Kevin, can I just ask you on Bukayo? I think it's only Salah who's been involved in more Premier League goals this season. Have you noticed a shift in his output in terms of goals and assists, and what do you think that's down to this season?
Yeah, in terms of the numbers, yes, but we always see a shift on Bukayo every single year. He is providing something else. He's adding things to his game. He's more and more consistent, and as you mentioned now, obviously his number in terms of impact in goals and assists is incredible at this stage of the season. He can only improve, he can only get better. He's got the right players around him as well to continue to do so, and especially because he wants more.
He spoke about when he grew up, he idolised Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think those sort of numbers that Ronaldo produced are obviously quite remarkable? You know, Bukayo should look to try and reach those sort of...
To look is always good, you know, and probably the way Cristiano started his career and when he joined Manchester United, nobody probably expected in the first few seasons to be able to do that. But again, it was about his mentality, his work ethic, how he developed his skill, his chemistry with his team. And yeah, to play in a team that has the capacity as well to be dominant is very, very important. So I think B has got that context and he's aiming for that. I think it's a positive thing.
Thomas Partey, Mikel Marino, who obviously missed the game, and Ricardo and Gabriel, who came off.
Yeah. So we're going to have a meeting this afternoon. Obviously, we have done a training session. We have monitor and keep a few away from certain activities. And after that meeting, I would decide which one is fit and available and who starts.
Because Gabriel's been on social media saying to the fans, "See you Wednesday."
I know they all want to play. Yes.
But we don't want to read too much into it.
No.
The FA Cup draw, before we talk about United tomorrow night. United again. Some teams...
That's about draws, that you can get anybody. So we play at home. It's going to be a big match again. And it's a little bit the story of the last few seasons that in the third or fourth round we are playing already big opponents. But if you want to do what we've done historically at this club, at the end you have to beat the big teams to win it.
I think they've been warming the balls again because it's City, Salford, Liverpool, Accrington, Stanley, Chelsea, Morecambe, Tottenham, Tamworth. There's a bit of ball warming going on.
It's what it is. We accept it.
And this is United, of course, before then, a little sample of that game in January. And Ruben Amorim had a nice home at the weekend. What do you expect from him and this United side?
Well, obviously you can see his fingerprints in what he wants to do straight away. I think he's been very clear. He's been very successful. What he's done with the Sporting is remarkable after so many years. What we achieved there, especially in the way he did it and the way his teams have been playing. So yeah, it brings energy to a new club, to the players, new ideas, and that's always something positive. But we have to focus on what we have to do.
Revenge for the Europa League.
No revenge. In football, it's about another opportunity, and whether you have beat them or lose against any opponent at the end is another game. It's going to be very different to the past. We learned that. We played against the Sporting a few days ago, and it was very different to last 2 years ago, and that has no meaning.
A bit of a blip last December in terms of results. And you've had maybe a little blip, didn't you, end of October, beginning of November. After that blip in December, you went away, came back, and had a tremendous end of the season. Have you got your blip out of the way early this season? Well,
we hope that we have. Obviously, the schedule and certain circumstances that we had, we have to adapt to that. We still competed really well, but we didn't have the results consistently that we wanted. We're in a good run. We have good momentum again now, and we have a big, beautiful match tomorrow night.
Just a couple of questions about Jorginho, who's given an interview saying that Bukayo Saka, who carries on the way he is with a tweet here and there, will be a Ballon d'Or competitor and potential winner one day.
Well, they train with him every day. They're in the dressing room with them. So for a player, for a teammate to have these kind of words, it's always really positive. That shows you how much they believe in him and the potential that they see in him.
Do you know what they call him? A new nickname they've got for him around the training ground, which Jorginho revealed? Pasudo. Apparently that's Portuguese Brazilian for big feet.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I heard that a few times, but to be fair, B's got a few, so yeah, that's the Brazilian group, I think. Yeah.
Touch, right? Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
Gary,
you.
we'll go to Niv from Premier League.
Hi.
In the last week, 13 goals, competitions in three games home and away. You've been outstanding, and you got this result despite again missing key players. What do you think led to those performances and the results?
Well, that everybody feels important, and we've been in this situation almost from the start of the season, and we always talk about the squad, the importance of everybody feeling important, and the quality that we have within that, and we're going to have to continue to adapt to that, because with the schedule that we have every 3 days, games till March, is going to happen. So very pleased that the team reacts, the team plays in the way that it's been playing, and to win the games that we have done in a really convincing way is always very positive.
I must ask you about Maudi Odego, and can you recall working with a player like him at City as well back in the days, that was out for nearly a couple of months and came back and looked so sharp?
I don't know, I would have to think about it, but honestly, it doesn't surprise me, because the way he looks after himself, the way he was talking, the way he trained, the way he looked a week or two before he already joined the team, it was really sharp. And then obviously the team has a huge confidence and trust on him, so that has a big impact as well on how much they rely on him.
Ruben Amorim, you recently joined Man United in his late 30s. Like 5 years ago, you joined the Arsenal in your late 30s. I'm not going to ask you what's the best advice we can give Ruben, but from your own perspective, what have you learned as a young manager in this league throughout this journey?
How unpredictable this job is, because I jump into a new job in the middle of the season in very special circumstances, socially, especially at the football club. And then we go hit by COVID. So you can plan whatever you want, but at the end, football takes you in a direction that you can never imagine, and you have to deal with things to that. So take it as it comes, face it, and go for it.
Josh?
Tomorrow will be the 500th game
Yeah.
at Emirates Stadium for the men's team. You played in 75 of those, you've managed 120 so far. What have been your personal highlights on the stadium?
Well, the first one, my debut probably against Swansea, and just realizing how beautiful it is to play for this football club in such a beautiful stadium. And then as well a little bit the transformation in atmosphere, and how incredible we all feel about playing at home in front of our crowd, and the energy that they provide, which is something that I think is exceptional.
How different do you think it is from when you were playing to now?
It feels different probably because as well you are not on the pitch, you are on the sideline, and it's different, but everybody talks about it, we have an experience and atmosphere like this at home, and it makes a huge difference, and tomorrow is exactly what we need, that hyper energy, everybody on it, playing every single ball with us, and the team is going to respond to that.
Simon?